Is up, poker world? Today is a crazy day. I woke up to a bunch of messages from a bunch of different people about this hand that happened last night between these two players, Garrett and Robbie, who I don't know anything about. But there is so much to go over in this hand and this situation. It's going to take poker internet weeks and months, and this hand will definitely go down as one of the craziest, most talked about hands of all time. It's insane. There's so much speculation right now. I'm going to try and keep this video to about 10 minutes because I could probably just talk and talk and talk and talk forever about it. I've been trying to do some research this morning and see what people are saying, see what the stone cold facts are. So far, basically, all I've seen is the play. It's about 6 minute replay of the hand itself. And then you have Joey Ingram, legend in the poker world, and especially a legend in the replay and analysis world. He's got his stream here. I've got it up here. And yeah, I don't know what to say. I think Garrett's reaction in the first 2 minutes after she tables her cards speaks volumes about the way that the situation is. I mean, that's basically my reaction. I don't know what to think. It's like seeing an alien. You don't know what planet it's from. You don't know what to think. Literally every single thing is on the table. Did I just get cheated? Did this person just make the best play of all time? Did this person make the worst play of all time? At this stage in the analysis, when Garrett's just seeing the cards being tabled, he basically has every single option is still on the table. So it's a state of disbelief for him. It's a state of disbelief for everybody involved. I can only imagine that Ryan Feldman and Nick Vertucci are thinking right now, because in the world of possible explanations, one of the explanations is that somehow there was cheating involved, which they've had an amazing track record for a full year here, and there's, to my knowledge, there's never been an allegation of cheating or any impropriety whatsoever. So it's hard to put too much credibility into that possible outcome of what the possible explanations could be. But I'm sure they're taking this seriously. By the time people start seeing my video or the other videos, there could be new facts that have come out. Um, one of the biggest things or debates here is, did Robbie misread her hand because she had Jack three the hand before, Jack three suited in spades, and then in this hand, um, she had Jack four offsuit. And the biggest thing is, I have it paused right here. I want to go, Joey. This is Joey looking at when she's here. She's looking at her cards. Okay. So this is, this is the point in the hand where the flop goes C bet call small. Garrett's out of position. It's four blinds. Garrett's the third blind. Robbie's the fourth blind straddle. Garrett raises pre-flop. She flats. Garrett c-bets. She calls. Garrett c-bets big, 10K on the turn. She clicks back to 20, and Garrett jams for 120, 110, maybe more, and she's tanking. So this is the point in the hand where she's tanking and she's deciding what to do. And, you know, Joey's looking at it. She's saying, because she's looking at her hand to see, yeah, Joey's zooming in. He's doing his detective work, which I love. And the point of this, the point of what's going on right now is one of the possible explanations here is that she misread her hand, right? So she thought she had Jack three. If she has Jack three, it's a massive difference between having Jack four, because Jack three, she's beating all the combo draws. Whereas with Jack 4, she's beating like one of like 40, or I don't know how many combo draws there are, but she's beating one or maybe two, 7-8 suited and maybe 6-8 suited that he could possibly have. Maybe he could have 5-4 suited of clubs too, or 6-7 of clubs. So with Jack 3, she's ahead of a lot of the nut club draws that Garrett could have. And she's also even ahead of just a dry ace of clubs, ace X of clubs with just the ace of clubs, which she also says when she's being questioned after the hand, she says, well, I thought you had just the ace of clubs, which if she knows what her hand is, Jack 4, then if you put the person on the an ace high hand and you call, you've just made a massive blunder, which, doesn't logically make any sense. If you have Jack high, you could maybe push all in if you think they have ace high, but you cannot call it off with Jack high if you think that they have ace high. Now, if you have a pair, then yeah, you can do it. So this is extremely important because what she says is I call it basically in the aftermath. She says that she called because she thought Garrett had ace high. But we also need to be careful and realize that those were like the first 3 minutes after the hand when like all emotions are insane and potentially people are going to be saying things that are not dictated by logic. So she might be just extremely flustered. There's so many possible like outcomes or explanations for why she may have made the call. Maybe she misread her hand. I don't know. I don't want to speculate because obviously it's insane. But the reason why we're going down this rabbit hole is because Joey wants to see basically the merit of whether or not is a misread of her hand really possible. And right now, what's happening? Joey has it on slow motion right now. He's watching, I think, on 50%. So that's why things sound a little weird. Look, analyzing the hand. This is during the tank of the call. She just put her cards down. You can hear that. So she adds a time check. The most important, basically, the before I go on to another topic, the important thing here is that at this point in time, she just looked at her cards for between 10 and 20 or 30 seconds. You could pretty much see it. Um, So the argument here would be she can no longer be misreading her hand. At this point in time, she knows what she has. Like she could have maybe misread her hand up until this point, but now she has a clear $100,000 call off decision. The pot itself has of dead money. It has her 20 plus the 10 plus scrap, so it has 30. Plus she needs to call 110 to win 250. So she has to be right here a very high percentage of the time in the grand scheme of things. She's not getting very good odds. So if there's 20 hands that he could be making this play with total, again, I'm not a pro, I'm a lawyer, whatever, but I'm analyzing this the best I can. If there's 20 total hands that could make this play from Garrett and she's beating two of them, she's definitely not getting the right odds to call. If she's somehow convinced that he only does this with, the eight high flush draw, the seven high flush draw, and the six high flush draw, and the five high flush draw, yeah, then it could be a good call. But as soon as you start to throw in like any other hands in there, she quickly does not have the correct odds. But anyway, we can't use that much logic because this is a crazy situation. We're just basically trying to figure out, go back to the reason that I'm on this part of the video is that she just looked at her cards for 20 seconds. At this point in time, it's it's going to be really hard to make the argument that she's misreading her hand at this point. She might have misread her hand up until now, but at this point in time, she just looked at her cards. Nothing's really happening. She's in the tank. She used a time chip. She looked at her cards for 20 seconds. So at this point in time, she knows she has Jack 4. Unless the only counter argument to that is that she's so flustered in the situation that she really wasn't even looking at her cards, that she was only looking, maybe she peeled her cards and she was just staring at the jack of clubs and she's in like such a daze that she's like delirious and that she just assuming that she still has jack three and that that whole time she was peeling jack four. That's far fetched, I think, but it is within the possible realm. I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe you guys will tell me that's just way too far fetched. But maybe it's not. Maybe she's thinking, the Jack of Clubs is such an important card here in her mind, whatever. That's just she just was in the she's dazed and confused, and she's just staring at that. But I think for the most part, she knows that she has Jack four at this point, so she can no longer be misreading her hand. Um, I don't really know who this lady is. She either has backers or she has a ton of money. She's not like a well-known model or anything. I googled her name. Apparently, maybe her and Garrett also are business partners. I don't know. There could be some other meta here going on. Might. Yeah, I mean the chat is insane, but I don't know. It's hard to say whether or not she could somehow still believe she has a three, or if she's just trying to just do a little speech play like Eric Person to try and get a read off of him. Um, it's really hard to say if she's just doing speech play or if she's, I don't know. Oh, I haven't seen this part yet. I'm gonna stop it here though because I don't want to make this video go on forever. But at this point, um, I'm gonna keep tracking this. I'm gonna make some more videos. This is like super interesting. I've been wanting to make some you know opinion videos of just what it's like to watch this stuff as a not a poker professional. I love poker. I take it seriously. I'm not a professional. I'm a lawyer. Um, I play in a lot of private games, and I don't know. This is a crazy situation. I'm gonna do some more research. I'm gonna watch. I guess there's an interview with her. I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna digest that. I'm gonna make another video, and yeah, I don't really know. I don't really know what else to say right